Saturday, November 11th. This is part one of my weekly video blog update. We're not in Bali anymore. We're at Target Country, Ocean Shores, Australia.
Dad, you can make a video. Dad, I want you to see this way. I'll be while I go down there.
All right. All right. Okay, more later. Hey everyone. All right, weekly update time. As I said, I'm in Ocean Shores, northern New South Wales. It's about 15 minutes from Byron Bay. And flew back from Bali about 2 nights ago. And let's see. So the retreat finished up on Sunday. That was my 40th retreat. And it was amazing, if I do say so. There were two concepts from it that I wanted to bring up. And one is, actually, one of the best things about the retreat came from a conversation where I felt like I had to initiate kind of a clearing of the air, which is pretty normal, you know, when you live with people for a week and you're around people a lot and you feel like there's things that you kind of want to say to people but are feeling, yeah, for whatever reason it feels like inappropriate, or it might hurt someone's feelings or something like that. But you know, this process, the Vision Quest process, is about being authentic and real to yourself first and then to other people. So yeah, so I initiated a conversation that just began with, hey, let's clear the air. I think there's some things that need to be said. And you know, without going into any personal details, people got very real, and it let the group, for everyone just to say what was on their mind, and then to hear the perspectives of the other people and where other people were coming from. Me explaining it right now does not do it justice, but it allowed the group to connect in a super deep way. And this was the last full day of the retreat, so we'd spent the whole retreat you know, going on adventures, doing this deep Vision Quest work, playing, laughing, dancing, and but it allowed us to kind of clear the air and connect in a way that we hadn't done so far. And the retreat finished with everyone totally in love with everyone else and appreciating each other and understanding kind of where everyone was coming from. So I tell you that because that phrase, clear the air, is really powerful. And you can use it in your family, with your friends, at your work, and just say, hey, I feel like we need to clear the air here. And it's, you know, pretty non-confrontational and allows people, you know, then just be quiet and let people talk and say whatever they need to say. And it might, you know, people might have to kind of warm up to it, but magic can happen when people are, feel free to just express themselves. And also I got to say about my group is that everyone is really open to hearing what everyone else had to say, and that was a key part of it too. So that was really what made the retreat, probably my favorite thing about the retreat, what made it so amazing. The other thing that came from the retreat was, I think I mentioned before that there's this volcano, Gunung Agung on Bali, that the scientists and the media were saying was going to explode, and one of my participants canceled because of the volcano, and I thought there's no way anyone else is going to sign up, you know. But the fellow who canceled, he re-signed up a couple weeks later when nothing had happened, and then another woman signed up last minute, and everyone had to kind of consider the consequences of this, you know, volcano erupting, which according to the news made it sound like it was just going to explode, and you know, Bali was going to be shut down and covered in ash, and planes weren't going to take off or land. And while that's a possibility, I figured with the Earth's timing, the chances of it happening anytime close were pretty slim. And fortunately, everyone figured that, and we were right. And Bali was amazing because of all the media drama. A lot of people had canceled their trips to Bali, so it was quiet. It was like going back in time 5 years on Bali, which is great because there can be a lot of traffic and just a lot of people. So it turned out to be a blessing, as always. And And then we related it to, everyone's got a volcano in their life, something that the fear is going to tell you, hey, don't do it. Don't do this thing that you really want to do because it's dangerous. Something could go wrong. You could get stuck. It might not go as planned. And that is just the fear doing what it does best. So when you have something that you really want to do, that you're inspired about doing, you're excited about, don't let the fear stop you. And we kind of laughed and said, you've just got to tell yourself, hey, this is my volcano. Am I going to let it stop me from doing what I want to do? All right, there's a couple little retreat lessons. So I'm back in Australia for 5 weeks right now, and I have it's a big couple months coming up. I'll be in Australia for 5 weeks and then going to the States for a month with my kids. We're doing Hawaii, Virginia, where my parents are now, New York, and then Hawaii again, and then back to Australia. And so I'm running my first Vision Quest event in New York. This will be, I think it's going to be January 7th. It's going to be right around then. It's going to be like a 3-hour event, one night. So looking for a venue for that. And it's funny, I have a lot of Vision Questers who live in New York, and a lot of old friends from high school and college that actually live in New York. Caught up with them last year when I went. But counting on everyone to spread the word and bring their friends and come for a night of inspiration and clarity. I'll keep you guys posted on that. And as a warm-up, I'm going to do an event in Byron Bay. So, and that's another spot where a lot of Vision Questers live and friends live from us having spent time in this area. So stay tuned, and I'll let you guys know the details on those events. This is part of my vision coming true, is taking this Bali Vision Quest magic to cities around the world and giving people a dose of the inspiration and clarity. So I'm very excited about that. I found a co-working space today in Byron Bay. I went and looked at about 4 of them yesterday and found one that had 24-hour access, which is good because I'll be doing early mornings there. That's my favorite time to work. And also I finished my, I told you guys about that book and company called Story Brand, and I went through the book, most of it, and did my brand script. Still have yet to finish the book, but I did my brand script, and it's helping me so much with clarifying what this whole process is about. The main thing is, and actually this came from my retreat guests, the main thing for the Vision Quest is find clarity of purpose and the inspiration to do it. And then there's a whole bunch of other sort of questions you're answering from there to explain who it's for and what it does and what people get from it. Anyway, exciting times. Wishing you guys all the best. And by the way, if you want to buy a 4-wheel drive bus truck thing, Pia is selling her truck back there. By the time you see this, it's hopefully long gone. But all right, that's it, everybody. Lots of love. Stay focused on your purpose. This is how you're going to align with the waves of life and experience the magic in life. Okay, bye everyone.